In this video tutorial, looping using the for loop will be explained. In a previous video, we demonstrated how we can achieve looping using both the while and the do while statements. To demonstrate the for loop, we will write a program that will calculate the current flowing through a resistor that is connected to a variable DC supply. We will assume that the DC supply will have a range of voltages between 1 and 10 volt with incremental value of 1. The program will first ask the user to input the value of the resistor. Then within a for loop, the program will compute and display the current. So at the output we will have a table of current values for voltages ranging from 1 to 10 volt. The variables used in the program are R, I, and V, where V will be the counter of the for loop with an initial value of 1 and an end value of 10. Once the user inputs a value into the variable R, next we will write the for loop to compute and display the current. This is the structure of the for loop, which is made of the header and the body, and within the parentheses of the header we will write three statements: the initialization of the counter statement, the test expression statement, and then the update of the counter statement. As you can see here, these are the three statements within the header of the for loop. The first statement, v equals 1, will initialize the loop counter. The second statement is the test expression, which will allow the loop to repeat 10 number of times. And the third statement will be used to update the counter by 1. Within the body of the for loop, we will write the assignment statement needed to calculate the current I. Next, we will write the output statement required to display the values of V and I. Now, the operation of the for loop is as follows. First of all, this initialization statement of the counter is performed only once. So V is initialized with the value of 1. Next, the compiler checks the value of V with the number 10. Has it exceeded this value? If this condition is true, then the compiler jumps and executes the body of the loop. And then afterwards it will jump automatically to this statement here, which will update the counter by 1. And then the compiler will come to this expression and check for true or false. If true, again the body is executed, and thus we have a loop. This looping will continue until the test expression gives false. Therefore the compiler will exit the for loop and go to the next statement. Now we can run the program and observe the output. On the output screen, we will enter a value for R, let's say 1 kilo ohm. Now you can see at the output we have a table of two columns. The first column is the voltage from 1 to 10, and the second column is the current value, as you can see here. To make the output more user-friendly and descriptive, we need to add headers for the two columns of our table, and we can do this by using these two output statements. Now if we run the program, we will observe the following. So if we enter another value, let's say 2 kilo ohm, this time I will use the scientific notation, we will see that at the output we have two columns, voltage and current. Finally, to summarize looping in C++, there are three tools we can use: the while, the do while, and the for loop. Normally, the for loop is used when the number of repetitions is known, while the while and the do while loops are used when the number of looping is undetermined. This concludes this tutorial.